Hey everybody, it's Shadowstar and Crystal here for another Arrow review, and this time it's episode 7, Draw Back Your Bow. God, we both hate this episode.
Yeah.
Season 3 sucks. So, as we saw in the last episode, we've got Cupid. Oh God.
She doesn't even
She makes the Huntress look good.
Yeah!
God, they even ruined it by making the title card different.
I actually didn't mind that. I like when shows change the title card to match things.
Usually I do, because sometimes they do change the title card, but this one was just stupid. Usually they do change the title card. They've done it a lot in Arrow, or they will do it a lot. But yeah, I suppose we'll start off with talking about the subject matter, Cupid. Oh God. She's just so...
She makes me want to shove my face in the pillow.
She's the stupidest character on the show so far.
And it's spreading because everybody is stupid in this episode.
Every single character. This is by far one of the worst episodes I've ever seen.
Yes.
Earlier between episodes, I started having an epiphany that I really do think I hate season 3 more than 4. A lot of people hate season 4, but...
I just hate this episode.
Oh God, I mean, come on, last episode was just kind of dull, but... Yeah, let's talk about Cupid. She's stupid. She's annoying. She's just... Oh God, she's the stupidest, most dumb character I've ever known. She's this manic, obsessed character that obsesses over Oliver.
I mean, like the excuse you use with Slade, she has the excuse of, well, she's diagnosed as being crazy. That's the official diagnosis.
You can have an attachment disorder without being insane. Attachment disorder can manifest in all sorts of ways. Sometimes it leads to obsession and possessiveness. Sometimes it leads to anger issues. Sometimes it leads to who knows what. But, yeah. That was... Oh, God. I don't want to have to talk about her. There wasn't much to talk about other than her being stupid, and there wasn't really much of a fight. They do this bit where she's in front of a train, he stops her, that's it. We assume that she somehow got stopped, because that's in the next scene cuts to Diggle saying, yeah, we handed her over to Lila.
Yeah.
Have fun, Suicide Squad. Poor Suicide Squad.
That's what I want to see.
Don't you worry. You will. Spoiler alert.
Wait, what? I get to see her trying to be on the team?
Yes, this isn't the last. There'll be more Suicide Squad episodes.
With her?
Yes, spoiler alert. But
Oh,
you will
God.
see her on the Suicide Squad. I can't remember when, but it'll happen. Actually, despite her in that episode, I remember that episode itself being really good.
Okay.
But enough about that. Let's talk about other characters. Let's talk about Ray. Now, I'm half and half. Some half of this I really despise. Mainly the love triangle crap. Because you
Yeah.
all know how much I hate love triangles.
As we've mentioned before, I watched things out of order and saw Legends first, and this show made me hate him.
I mean, he's not as awful. It's not... Okay, to be fair, I don't hate Ray. I hate the plot surrounding Ray.
Yeah, because he's
I hate Oliver and Felicity being a stupid, will they, won't they, she likes Ray, she doesn't like this, blah, blah, blah. Like, all the things Ray's doing outside the Felicity plot, I love.
Okay, but what does she see in him?
Did you not see him on the salmon ladder? Money and salmon ladders do a lot for people.
Yeah, she's just like, oh my God, you bought an expensive dress. Oh my God, you rented an expensive necklace.
Yeah, that's about it.
I mean, I get what he sees in her. Yes, she said great stuff about him and saved his business deal.
Which that business deal actually does lead into the more interesting plots with Ray, because we find out what that mine has. Dwarf Star.
Yeah.
And of course, we can stop by...
Plus, comic fans might recognize the words atom.
Yes, he's working on an atom project, and you see a hologram of something, which we'll get into more, but I like the fact that they're just kind of slowly teasing you with stuff about Ray. But like I said, but the love triangle stuff with Oliver and Diggle's like, oh, you love her and you do this, and hey, Felicity, you should be with him, and Felicity's like, well, he should have been with me, and it's like, oh God, just stop. It's just like Eddie and Iris, it's just like Tommy and Laurel.
I mean, Felicity's got a point. It's like, well, if he really wanted me, he should make the effort and say so.
Exactly. But speaking of characters who are going to be stupid, Roy, he wasn't in it for much, but he's moody from the last episode, and that's about it. Funny enough, I do like the fact that he says we both have something to drink for, unknowing to him that his life's even worse, because now Thea's with someone, but don't tell Roy, I don't want to ruin anything. Thea, let's talk about Thea.
That was so dumb. Why did she...
At first, I kind of liked her when she was like, oh, get out of here, you're an idiot.
Yeah, exactly. I hated that DJ guy. He was cutting in line. You know, if his music was really so good, as we later see he does get everyone dancing, he could have just waited in line, auditioned, and he would have gotten the job.
Oh, God, I hate this, and I know
Instead, he walked out, he let her hire someone else, and then he came in and saved the day. And then he tried to kiss her, and she actually let him.
And I know where this is leading to. You probably don't remember, but I do. Oh, God, I hate season 3. Okay, let's talk about a positive point. Now, I normally don't praise the flashbacks, but I kind of enjoyed this one.
Yeah.
It's probably the only positive point of this stupid episode, mainly because we actually get to see that Tatsu can fight, and she fights good. Here's the thing, I've kind of not said much, but Tatsu actually ends up being one of my favourite characters.
Yeah, and she surprises Oliver. He thinks, oh, she's just the wife. She doesn't
exactly.
do much.
We haven't been doing much yet, but we're building stuff, and Tatsu's got more than we know, or at least she's going to. I really enjoy Tatsu. She's actually one of the better characters. So you know what? Despite the fact that I don't care for most of the flashbacks, I do enjoy that it gives us Tatsu.
The kid is the best character. He always says the best stuff.
Yeah, he's usually fine. Not so much, but usually. And that's about it, except we do have a cliffhanger, which reminds us that we're actually getting into a good episode.
Oh, yeah, some guy kills a guy with a boomerang.
Yes, we'll see more of that boomerang in the next episode. But, what are you thinking? What are you thinking for this episode?
3?
Yeah, I was thinking 3 as well.
Let's be generous. I was almost going to go 2.
I'm thinking 3. This is easily going to be I'd say it's one of the worst episodes of the season, but God, this season's pretty bad too. It's like you took all the worst parts of the season and crammed them in. Fill it with a villain who's just god-awful.
Yeah. Everybody's dumb.
It's absolutely going to be one of the worst Arrow episodes I've seen.
I mean, if only we could have done a reaction video of this, because you would have just seen me, like, bashing my face into the...
I can see, usually, a lot of stuff, when I think of bad stuff, like I think of the bad stuff from season 4, I think of bad moments, but I remember those moments being in good episodes ruined by bad stuff. Whereas here, it's just an all-around bad episode. The only redeeming quality is like a tiny teasing thread with Rei, and a little tiny bit with Tatsu, but that is nowhere near good enough to save the episode. Those are just tiny little threads.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're both giving this a 3.
Crap.
We're generous. Sometimes we're too generous, so screw it. This episode is god-awful. Thank God. I was going to say thank God we don't see Cuba, but we do see her again. But at least that time it's from an episode I remember enjoying. But speaking of episodes I remember enjoying, what's the next episode?
The Brave and the Bold.
The Brave and Bold. We'll be seeing more of the boomerang. Oh, yes, we will.
That was a dumb laugh.
We'll be seeing more of that boomerang on the Brave and the Bold and other places as well. See you next time, guys.